Um, Hey guys, I will be talking today about some about Firebase and some features that it gives us. Um, Firebase is some like tool that Google. It was a company that Google bought. It used to be like some way to create like server side without much configuration, without any server side configuration. And now it contains like many services that Google are providing under one dashboard. It has like analytics, some authentication, database, remote configuration, notifications. So what I will show you is basically some of the how you implement the Firebase in the code and a bit about the dashboard. When you first open the Firebase page, I'll show you. Then you have like you get to choose or create a project. I mean, here I'm showing it under my account. I have like two projects. I opened this one yesterday. Here I can see like the active users. In the analytics, it's a bit, it's not like Google Analytics. They don't have as much as information as Google Analytics, but they have different information, such as first open. It's like these are events that are
Default.
default events, and it's like also you can it's set as conversions for if you're like using some AdWords or something to get users, so you can set something as a conversion. Here for now it has first open, some notification, and usually you can also see if someone uninstalled the app or made some in-app purchase. You have also the audiences, but here it's usually, for now, it's all users and who use purchases. You can create funnels. There is cohort analytics to know how long the users were using the app after the first installation. For now, I just created it so it doesn't have it much. And there is something called user properties, which is related to analytics, and later you can like, if you want, you can send like notifications per like per some configuration, per some users. Here I'm showing you the notifications. If you want to send like a push notification, you write here a message, decide when to send it, and here you can like choose an app that you want to send it to. Also, if you have some token of the device that you can get, you can send to a specific device. Here you can choose like I don't know, some audience, some device language, some app version. Like if you had some crash in a specific app version, you can like select this version, tell them there is a new update available, so you should go to the Google Play page. Also, there is audience. Well, for now it's like purchases and all users. I think you can add more here, and then you can have like events that like in a purchases or something that you can later evaluate after they like open the message, and then they can see. Well, here it doesn't. I don't have it, but when I sent like some messages, like here, I can see how many messages were sent, how many were opened, and later there will be like conversions. Also, they have something interesting here. It's called remote configuration. Remote configuration, like if you guys ever heard of Google Tag Manager. So Google Tag Manager, I think it costs money after certain users that you have, but here it's for free and there is like unlimited number of requests. So you can like set some variable, set some value, and or like have something like a show tutorial, and then you can set like a variable, default variable, I don't know, like false, and then you can decide like a random number of people, or I will show you here, like you can add some value with a condition, I don't know, random 1, and then you choose like I don't know, if it's like a device language is, I don't know, this language, then you can then they will receive a value of true. Also, it's useful for like if you know A/B testing, that you can have like 50% that will receive one value and 50% will receive a different value, and then you will see if then you can suddenly decide like if one of the values brings more conversions, then you can like change the value to everyone, so they will receive the true value, or I think like.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the remote configuration and the real-time database?
Real-time database. For that, you need, I think, the user. You need to have the user authenticated. So right now I don't have any users, but if you have, it's on is typing, I think. If you can, like, mute it. So for the authentication, I mean, you need to have the user authenticated, and then you can access the remote database. I haven't played with it that much, but I mean, I think you can have like tables and messages, and every user can receive like messages from, I don't know, from specific table or something. There is some code lab in Google that shows how to create a chat app. Maybe we can play around with it and see how it works, and it works with the database.
Well, but from the big picture.
From the big picture, I mean, you need to be authenticated to get the data from the database.
What is authenticated?
Like to do a login, to sign up, and then log into.
Oh, they need to log in via Google to the.
I mean, you can have like in the authentication, you set here like sign-in providers, it's called. They have like several. They have anonymous, I don't know, Google, email, and password. And then you do a login process and creation of an account process for every provider. So it's like.
So in real-time database, the user must authenticate.
Yes, must be authenticated, so he will receive the
real-time database.
Yeah, this is what I saw. I didn't see a way not to do it.
Again, what do you say, Sergey? That you have to be authenticated to do what?
To receive the data from the real-time database. This is what I read. I mean,
What? You mean to use their database and to see, like, I don't know, queries? You don't need to be authenticated if this is what you mean.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I didn't read it
So,
right, but
so for the big picture, can you tell us what is the difference between real-time database and remote configuration? Because it seemed to me that there is a equivalent tools.
no. They are different because here it's more like key value parameters. It's more like preferences.
Remote configuration, think about it as environment variable in server, okay? So it's key and value. That's it.
Right.
A database
Yeah.
is a database. It's
Okay.
everything. And you can also add there even code if you want in their database, like to do filtering and stuff like that. So it's different. Remote configuration is very basic.
No, I mean the thing about the remote configuration is that you can set like segments per value, or you can have like random value for like 50% will receive a value of 1, 50% will receive a value of 2, and things like that. But in the database, you don't. I'm not sure if you have those capabilities. It's just
Like the sense of database and configuration, the difference of database and configuration.
yeah.
All right. Thank
I mean,
you.
if you want to have like try some onboarding screen or something like that, and you don't want all the users to receive it, so you use the remote configuration, and it does all the logic for you.
You can use the database to do remote configurations, but you don't need it. It's like for basic things.
Yes, of course. Completely understood. Thank you.
Also, they have a crash reporting tool. It's really nice. They show you all the crashes. If you heard of the test lab, but it costs money, you can also set up some test environment. You can have like robot tests or upload APK with some tests APK that it will run like I think espresso code or something.
Including UI testing?
Yeah.
Everything. It's a test lab.
Everything. Yeah, but it costs money. It's a bit, I don't know, it can be a bit expensive.
It's interesting to do benchmarking. I know that Dror is here. I know that Dror wants to try connecting it. Basically, there are different kind of services that offers labs. Amazon.
Yeah, but Google, I think they know their system better.
No, the question is the pricing. Basically, that's what in the end of the day, this is what will.
And also, you have the ability to, when you upload an APK, like to beta or to alpha, there is some testing that they do pre-launch report, they call it. So they run like it on 10 devices, I think, and they give you like screenshots and everything. And it's for free, so I think it's a good idea also, but it's not very in-depth testing. Also, there is dynamic links. If you heard of app invites, so it works like with app invites. I think here you create a link, and then you can like when you open the app, you get the referral, the URI that opened the app. Like even if the user downloaded the app from the Google Play, you still get the referral and the promotion code if there was any to the app, and you know what screen to show him or anything.
Have you tried push notifications, like what they offer?
The push notifications, yeah, I played with them. Now I don't receive them on the emulator here, but I receive them on my phone.
Because we're now moving from epoxy. It would be interesting to understand also the pricing for it, and I don't know, maybe
It's
it's a
free.
lot
It's
domain,
free.
but to create
It's
a
free.
plugin, a push provider plugin with them might be interesting.
The notifications here are free. You don't get any. They don't have any limits for
Yeah, the question
the.
is how they do the segmentation. Like this
You
is
do the segmentation. I mean, you have. I think you can do it with the user. Let's say with user properties,
yeah.
and then you can. Those can be your segmentations like we have,
Yeah,
and then
according to the analytics, basically. So this is what I'm saying that Elad, maybe I don't know, you and Yoni Austin can look at it because it might be interesting. I've been talking about this and Facebook a year ago. You told us that Facebook is not relevant; it's not there yet, but maybe they are. Firebase.
For sure, and I think in general the Firebase should go to our SDK without plugins, for my opinion.
No,
It's
but
gonna be like
look, Firebase is like it's the new naming for all the Android or tools that Google
exactly,
are doing.
yeah,
exactly.
they put everything
Not
around
with
one.
So
not without plugins.
you don't want to put everything that is related to Firebase because they are doing libraries of asynchronous tasks. They are doing million things that we don't care about.
All
So
right, exactly. Okay.
so for
Uh,
example, analytics and push because the push and the analytics they come together. So I think that it might be interesting to add it to our offering, and I think it's kind of straight from when I play with it. What I look,
It's kind of
it's kind of
straightforward.
straightforward.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
complicated to
I
integrate.
mean,
and as you see, it's like cross-platform. It's great.
No, no, of course, yeah.
yeah,
And it's already 1 year that they are offering the push, so it might be a good opportunity to check it and to
yeah.
understand.
Yes,
Like to
yes.
add, because if it's so simple to add it, why not add it? Maybe it's cheaper, it's for free. So urban airship is not for free, I think.
Yeah,
So
urban airship costs money. And
yeah,
still you need to integrate with, you need to send the urban airship requests so they will send notifications.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm just pointing it out that it might be worthy to
I think
check it.
Firebase is on our roadmap. It's already there, but I will speak with Austin for sure about it.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Just a
okay, so
question, just a
yeah,
question, Sergei. According the dynamic link, this is should be like add. It's related for ad, as I understand correctly. It's like you send a link to your app everywhere, and then you're able to know from which where they download your app.
no. This is not that. That you know, it's called attributions, I think. No, or wait, there is
So can you please
attributions.
can you repeat about the dynamic link, please?
Now, the dynamic link, if you heard of app invites, that you can like, I don't know, if you have some recipes app and you want to share this specific recipe with some of your friends, so you can share the recipe and then the user that will, his friend that he will get the link, if he doesn't have the app, then he will download the app.
It's a
And
URL scheme.
after,
It's a
yeah,
URL.
URL scheme. Yeah,
All right,
We
thank
call
you.
an applicator URL scheme.
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
exactly. But do we have URL schemes when we download the app? Or well,
Uh,
they have.
we can do it. It's just parameter. When you send a link to our application, you need to add parameters over there. We can do it, but
It's the
able
public
to do.
page. You know what is our public page?
Yeah, I
Public
mean,
page. It's a URL that either takes you to the app or take you to the store according to your phone. If you are an Android, you go to the Google Play. If you are an iOS, you go to the Apple Store. If you have the app open, you open the app. If it has a web, even you can go to their web. It's something that I remember Kariti added. So basically we have this implementation, but yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a bit even more advanced. Or well, so Elad, you asked about the downloads. If you want to know from which network you were downloading the app. So I think it's in the analytics. I think it's in the attribution, but I'm not sure here where you can see it, or is it the network? Well, if you had like if you link it with AdWords, then you can see like from if the user was downloading it from AdWords or something, and you can share like the conversion events with AdWords that it will use your conversion events instead of the default ones that AdWords give. Like if you want to download users that will do some in-app purchases or anything like that. And so the implementation basically, this is the Firebase. Basically, when you create a new Firebase project and you want to implement it, they give you like this JSON in Android. This JSON has like some configuration, like your API key, and this is like for authentication.
It's not the fire. Well, it's now also the Firebase, but it's general Google services JSON.
Yeah.
Also, if you want the new way they implement push and all these things, it works like this.
This JSON, not just I usually use only this key and
JSON. If you go now, for example, and you create a new, not our implementation, but if you create from scratch now implementation of push with the GCM, it also gives you a Google Services JSON like this, exactly.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I remember only this, and that's all. And then, well, first, also they tell you to add in the top level, the project level, to add something dependency of GMS Google Services, and then use some plugin that is called also this plugin. And if you want to use any of the APIs, you only add the Maven dependency. Like you should have the core, and this is like crashes, messaging. Well, I will show you how you have the messaging. Well, you add here the messaging, and then
what happened in the manifest? Yeah.
In the manifest, you have like two services.
Yeah.
Two services, and like this is a service that will be for handle the messages, and there is another service. I'm not sure if this one is mandatory, but it's useful. It's for receiving the tokens. Yeah, and you can also get the user if he was authenticated.
Yeah.
So you can send it like to our backend. Here I will show you like some of the things, like some of the code. Here I was trying to play a bit with the authentication, but it doesn't. I had some problem with the configuration, so it doesn't. It gives me some bad response. But here it's like in your activity, all you need to have is, I mean, this is one of the ways that you can implement it. To have some sign-in button, and then you just define the API client, define like this something Google sign-in options, And then that's all. You have like set down click listener, and then you have the sign in. All you do is start activity for result. It starts some, I can show you some like activity here. Well, here I already have my account, so it shows this one, and then I can like click on it and sign in. But here I have some error, so it gives me some error code. But it's supposed to be very simple. Also, if you want to have like access the remote configuration, on here you can set some settings if you want for the remote configuration.
How do you post? You can post, no? Or no? Or only fetch?
Only with the database.
Only
You
database
can,
post?
it's not a database, it's the remote configuration. So
Okay.
I think you need to be authenticated if you want to post, right?
To what?
It should be. I mean, if you want to post something
The
to
database?
the
No.
database.
Database? No. No. Database,
No?
you can do whatever you want. It depends on you define in the backend. Well, in the dashboard of them, you define if there are specific rules of authentication. But generally, you don't have to. You don't have to at all.
Okay.
No need for authentication. It's
I know
like
they have.
Parse. You remember that there was a service of Facebook closed it of Parse.com.
Yeah.
It's a similar
You
thing.
could do anything.
It's a free
Yeah, it's a similar thing.
database. It's like if you want to create, if you have an app that only needs a database, and even though you can add logic here, you can add JavaScript code to to the database, but I wouldn't use it like this. But anyhow, if you just need to do like fetching things from database or posting or like the basic stuff, it's perfect solution. You don't need a backend.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's for free, so it's like a great solution. So, I mean, remote configuration, you can do it like this way if you want to have a listener when all of the data was fetched. So, you know, if it was successful, then you have like your config object and just get some value, or get value as string or get boolean. Also in the analytics, it's the same. You get like your Firebase analytics, get instance. You can set a user property, and you can send like do some log event, pass it a bundle with some parameters, and then you will have events. And then later you can segment the users by specific events, and even send notifications to users by events, which is pretty cool. And I think you can also have Firebase Analytics set current screen, I don't know, set minimum session, these ones, set analytics collection enabled, set user ID if you define some custom user ID. There are interesting things here. Also, I want to show. Well, basically, this is analytics. Yeah, basically, these are the things. Do you guys have any questions about any of the, I don't know, how to implement it or anything?
Silence.
Maybe we can go back to the features. You see more
To the features? I mean, I can show you what features there are.
We already passed hosting. What is the hosting?
Hosting, if you want to have some web page or some web app. But
How it's
these
related
things,
to the platform?
how is it related to the platform? I'm not so sure if it's related, but it's part of the things that, if you remember, there was a
When
Google App Engine.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the hosting, but it costs money. I mean, this is like per request and per traffic. You can have hosting. Also, you have storage if you want.
Yeah, files.
Yeah, files, but
Just sort
AWS
of
is probably better.
creating an ecosystem to compete with Amazon, but for a small usage and
Yeah,
easy setup.
in that they are a bit behind. So yeah, but also with if you want to have like crash reports, like the most simple thing that you need to add is only this line. I mean the Firebase crashes. And later you can also send like crash reports event if you want, like if you catch some exceptions or anything. But usually this line is enough to have already the crash logs. I can see how many users were affected by anything and what was the app version and everything.
It has something with logging. Some log manager.
If for crashes, then yeah, this one.
So all the logs need to go through the Firebase logger.
If you add it, then yeah, I will show you. I think here in crash reporting, you can have like collect data you need to diagnose a problem, email alerts. Yeah, you can have like this. I mean, report if you want to report something or a log. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anything else? Anyone?
Sergey,
Yeah.
I had a question because when you're talking about the notifications, let's say that I want to send notifications for just a group of users or certain portion of my users. Do I have any place to run like I don't know, some script, some kind of scripts or a stored procedure, something on Firebase?
You don't need, because it's according to the analytics.
Yeah.
You
I
have
mean, you have
segments in the analytics and you can send to a group. It's according to the analytics. So if you don't have analytics, you can send only to, like, the first time you have the app, for example, you can only send messages to all the group of users or all the ones with the basic analytic that they give out of the box. But after you set good analytics, you can identify the users that you want to send, segmented.
Yeah.
So
And here you see even topics.
Oh,
like you have topics or I don't know, or segment the users. So you should play with it and see what other how to add like stuff and.
Okay.
That's really nice. I mean, they probably have some API like they used to have with sending the GCA messages, but defining the segments and everything. So it should work really well.
All right.
Any more questions? No. Also, basically, that's it.
Cool. Interesting. And it's an easy part of the analytics and all these kind of things. It's like if you have something that you need to develop and you need like some kind of a product and you need a basic database that doesn't require any logic of the backend, it's a very good solution. We tried to use it there was an issue with I don't remember if they use it or not. There was an issue with the multiple votes in the Big Brother in the questions, and I don't remember in the end they used it or not, but I think they implemented it. So instead of sending the results to our server and having like the settings and the development, it's very easy. If you only need to save data without any manipulation or whatever, it's very straightforward.
Yeah, it's for free, so it's like really good.
Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, we
Sababa.
do a sync.
Yeah, we can do a short sync, like couple of minutes each one, because we don't have a lot of time. We have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Ella, do you want to start?
Honestly, I don't have much to think. I think so. Since I help a bit to correct about the push notification with the urban airship.
It works.
Yes, it works. It
And
works.
that's it. We use Urban now.
No,
No,
not yet.
I think there is a bug related to mix panel, but urban airship is working. Um, that's it. This is what I worked with related to. There is something about how to create analytics plugins. I write some documentation about it. What is the right process? In general, we moved instead of to work in one repository, we spread to different repository for each plugins. So therefore, I write some documentation about it. I will put it on the channel today. וזהו, that's it. Most of the time, basically, I'm start to deploy and start to create a unit test for server side for our dashboard. And that's it. Pablo, you want to say something?
Yeah, well, I was this week I did some kind of clean on the generic module. It's related to the carousel because there were like 8 files for different styles of carousel, and actually all of the templates were using the same XML, basically just with different padding. So that was the difference between the 8 files, pretty much just padding. So me and Drew talked, and we agreed to reduce the amount of these files to 4. And now you have the carousels with indicators, without indicators. Probably we are going to add one more option with a top, like a top tab layout or something, and also that thing is related to the new view pager that was created for one of the templates, and now I'm working on a new template that for one of the customers in Panama, and that's pretty much for me everything. That's everything.
And me, I wanted to update. I added like it's a small thing, but if you guys need to have like HTTP requests that are without the request signing, and you use our HTTP task, so you can set like a different pass it a different HTTP client. That there is the one that is without the request signing that we use, that we usually pass to the applicaster to requests. And I've been working on some cell styles related to the river, and that's all. We're very very few people
That's it.
today.
It's only me.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing on my side related to Android, but we are doing a progress with the new implementation of the layouts. Basically, there is already an API, and now Sergei is working on the styles and finishing the drawing of the components on for each screen. But I hope that soon you will stop working on templates and only
Yeah.
develop components
Hopefully.
and
So,
not configuring anymore any JSONs.
Good.
Oh,
then it will be easier, hopefully.
yeah. Cool.
Relax.
Cool. So thank you all. I will post it. It was an interesting conversation. I think interesting meeting. So I will post it.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.